Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Code Karen. Welcome to r/Am I the A-hole, where we have 3 incredible stories. If you're new to this channel, a sub would be great. Let's jump to the stories. Our first story is, am I the a-hole for telling my parents I won't drive my brother to school because his body odor smell literally makes me sick? I'm a high school senior and my brother is a high school freshman. I have a car that I bought with money I'd saved from work, and I pay my own gas. However, my parents pay my car insurance, so they said that driving is a privilege for me, not a right. They said I need to drive my brother to school even though there's a bus. And the problem is that I get motion sick easily, even when I'm driving. Too much driving makes me vomit, and bad smells make me feel ill too, when I'm in a car. I'm not exaggerating. I've always been like this. As a kid, my family couldn't go on vacation without me puking at least once. I always make sure I know where my barf bag is on a plane. I always used to take motion sickness pills, but I'm not allowed when I'm driving because they make you tired. Anyway, I can handle the drive to school on my own fine, but when my brother is with me, I literally feel so sick because of his BO, even with the windows on my side open. My friend told me I should make a checklist of what my brother needs to do before getting in my car in the morning. Have a shower with shampoo and soap, brush his teeth, put on deodorant, wear clean clothes including underwear and socks, and remember to use shoe antifungal spray. Right now, he doesn't do that. He likes to sleep in to the last minute. He skips showers most days, picks clothes off the floor to wear, and skips brushing his teeth, etc. So I made the checklist and told my mom and dad that I couldn't do it anymore unless my brother had gone through the hygiene list in the morning. Either they could check or I would. And they blew up at me, saying that I was being nasty and humiliating, that if I wouldn't drive my brother, I couldn't drive. And I said fine, I'll go back to riding my bicycle to school or getting a ride from my friend. And that caused a big fight, because I guess they were not expecting me to call their bluff and give up driving. Am I the a-hole for what I did to my brother, or is it for his own good? Our second story is, am I the a-hole for asking some pointed questions to a 47-year-old man who is dating my 22-year-old niece? Gee, sorry if it makes him uncomfortable. Some context. I live in California and my wife's niece wanted to come visit us for a few weeks. She's 22. I've known her since she was 4. Her dad walked out on her family when she was 8. She's very sheltered by her mother. Anyway, I told my wife it was fine with me if she visits. She's a good kid, and our 5-year-old son loves his cousin and really wanted to see her. But then my wife goes, and she, the niece, wants to bring her best friend. He's 47. I'm 41, my wife is 42. I was like, you're kidding, right? She wasn't kidding. At first, I was like, heck no. But after a week of talking, I gave in. With one caveat. I told my wife that if this dude is staying in our house, I'm going to ask some questions he might not like. She wanted to know what kind of questions, and I gave her some. 1. How did you guys meet and who made the first move? If the dude made the first move, it's weird. 2. Has the dude been married? Does he have kids? 3. Why are you, the dude, dating such a young woman? 4. Are you, the dude, aware of the young woman's history with her father? 5. What's the end game here? A serious relationship? Marriage? Have you, the dude, discussed what will happen if the young woman gets pregnant? I know I'm not the girl's father, but no one else in her family is asking these questions. Her mother is fine with the relationship, which boggles my mind. So fast forward to the visit. Niece and old dude show up. I'm cordial. I wait till evening, after everything is settled and dinner is over, and I invite the dude to join me on the porch for a beer. Just me and him. Then I start asking my questions. After only my second question, the dude starts getting defensive. He told me this is none of my business. I got a little mad at that. I told him he's staying in my home for a week. I can ask him a few questions. And the girl is my niece. I'm not out of bounds here. He told me I was making him uncomfortable. I replied that I'm uncomfortable having a dude who's clearly taking advantage of a young girl stay in my home. I said, you can answer my questions and act like you're a stand-up guy, or feel free to hit the road. Well, he left. My wife and niece were upset with me. They said I acted like a jerk, and that if my niece is happy, to let it go. Again, I was told it's none of my business. They have since broken up, which I'm glad about. Not sure if my actions were the cause. So, Am I the a-hole for questioning this guy and wanting some answers to protect my niece? Edit. Some info. I asked my questions in the order written, and only asked the first two before he got uncomfortable. I would certainly do the same thing with any older woman my son brought home. When I took the old dude outside for a beer, I neglected to mention we had 5 to 10 minutes of talk. We discussed the new Star Wars movies of all things. Edit 2. Some of you here asked what's up with my wife and her sister. Her side of the family suffers from innocent naivety and just assumes everyone they meet is a good person. They're wonderful people who need an a-hole like me to keep them centered. Final edit. Some of you wondered if I would accept any of the dude's answers to my questions. Yes, of course. All he had to be was respectful and honest in answering, and I wouldn't have a problem. Talked to my niece this morning. She and I are totally fine. She knew my actions came from wanting to keep her safe. I apologized for my actions regardless. I asked why they broke up. The guy was cheating on his wife. He confessed it to her and said he would get a divorce from her. He has 3 kids, all her age or older. She dumped him. Our third story is, am I the a-hole for going rogue and secretly feeding my fat sister vegetables? My sister is 16 and heavily overweight. She's 5'2" or 5'3", but 170 plus pounds. She's already pre-diabetic, and if she doesn't lose weight pronto, she'll have to go on metformin. Diabetes runs in our family. My mom and grandma both have it. And as it is, she already has really low energy levels and clumps of her hair are falling out. I'm really worried about her and have tried to introduce her to various forms of fun exercises, like swimming, those weird indoor cycling classes with the electric dance music and the crazy lights, 30-minute walks, wall climbing, but she absolutely hated it all. The other thing is, she doesn't eat any fruits or vegetables, except maybe potatoes and bananas when they're in acceptable forms, like in chocolate banana smoothies or in banana bread. As a last-ditch attempt, a couple of days ago, I decided to just take over the family menu and feed her dishes that secretly have vegetables in them. For breakfast, I made green smoothies but add lots of sugar-free matcha to explain the green color and mask the flavors of the fruits and veggies. I make cheese sauces out of pumpkin and carrots and flavor them with nutritional yeast. I mix crushed cauliflower into fried rice, etc. I have to lie about them because even if it tastes good, if she knows there are fruits or veggies she doesn't like in the dish, she'll immediately stop eating it. It was going well until our mom found out the dishes secretly had vegetables in it. She started this whole argument about how it was unethical to lie to my sister about what we were feeding her, and it escalated into a yelling match where I told my mom she clearly wasn't worried enough about my sister's health and that she knew nothing about nutrition. She thinks apple pie is healthy. My mom has banned me from preparing the meals and is guilt-tripping me for lying, but I really think I was making an honest effort to help. Edit. I really didn't expect my post would blow up like this. I just want to emphasize that I'm not a nutritionist or a doctor. I just listen to what the doctor and nutritionists say during the monthly checkups and take that as fact. So thank you so much for pointing several things out. I will try to be more self-informed in the future. I've taken note of her possibly having avoidant food intake disorder, thyroid problems, or polycystic ovarian syndrome, and will try to get my mom to get her to a therapist as well as a doctor. Thanks very much for bringing these up. Also, my mom is really hard-headed, but she's still trying. I feel bad that I've made such a horrible impression of her. She has type 1 diabetes that she has had to manage on top of her job and taking care of us 2 kids. So, please, don't say she's terrible. Edit 2. My mom has type 1 diabetes. My grandma on my dad's side has type 2. According to the doctor, my sister is at risk for type 2 because of her high blood sugar plus high cholesterol. I feel bad for yelling at my mom, but I don't know. Was I really a jerk for lying about the vegetables, or am I just looking out for my sister? What do you say, Code Karen community? Let me know in the comment section.